Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Well, in this video, we're going to ask the question, can you live in Mexico on your Social Security, solely on your Social Security? And that's the question that a lot of people want to know. One of the things I want to talk about is in Mexico, it's fairly easy to get a visa in Mexico compared to Thailand and some of the other countries. So that's one of the advantages of relocating in Mexico. So yes, you can collect your Social Security check in Mexico. A lot of people think that if you leave the country, you're not eligible to collect Social Security. Well, you can. If you're on disability Social Security, that's a different matter. That you cannot use in Mexico. But your general Social Security check, you can apply it here. You can open up a bank account here, or you can keep your bank account in the United States or wherever you are and have your Social Security check put there and then use an ATM card down here. That's what we do, huh, Lori?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah. If you find you get value from this video, what can they do, Lori?
Please subscribe or thumb up or leave a comment.
Yeah, so this way we know what you like, and this way it tells us what type of videos to make. Also, don't forget to hit that little bell up there and notice, and it will ring a little bell to you. It'll send you a notice free, and you'll know that we have a new video ready for you to watch. Now, another question is, how about if you live in Mexico, you're getting your Social Security down here, are you going to have to claim on your taxes, your U.S. taxes, that you have that amount of income off of Social Security? And you do. You're not exempt of paying the tax to the United States government if you live outside the country. In fact, any income that you make anywhere in the world, U.S. wants you to pay a tax on it. You can check with your accountant. Now, and if you can stick to the rent amount that you pay, figure you should spend between 25% to 30% of your income for rent or housing. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at a couple homes here and show you what the rents would be, and then it's going to give you an idea of what type of lifestyle that you're going to have in Mexico. Let's take a look at how much rent you should pay. Let's say your income is $1,300 a month to $1,500 a month. You want to stay within that 25% to 30%. So your rent should be anywhere from $350 to $450. Now, to get a unit at that cost, sometimes you'll maybe need to rent a place that is unfurnished. But you can pick up some bargains at some of the secondhand stores, and or people will give away furniture. You can pick up those deals there. The key thing is to stay within your budget and not overpay for rent. The next range here, say you have $1,800 a month to $2,000 a month income, your rent should be about $500 to $600 a month to stay within your budget. This way, you have money to spend for other things. And so this will give you an idea of what you can afford. Again, some of the units will need to have a little tender loving care, but you can do that, and you can buy some furniture, and maybe the landlord in these cases will furnish it for you. A lot of times that happens. They'll show it like this, and then you ask them to furnish it, and they will furnish it for you. Now the next range, say you have an income of $2,000 to $2,400 a month. Maybe as a couple you have a combination of income of that. Your rent should be $650 to $750 a month. And you can see in this unit here that it is a much better unit. It's much cleaner and it has more amenities. Look at the amenities in this kitchen. Beautiful, don't you think? Then you can see that inside it's very clean and very airy. So you'll see the more that you have available to pay. But remember, don't overpay on your rent because it's going to strap you from living a good life and be able to afford restaurants and going out in activities. So be cautious of that. Now let's take a look. Let's say you have $3,000 to $3,500 a month income. Your range of rent will be between $900 to $1,200 a month, and you can afford a much higher quality unit here. And in these units, a lot of times they are units that the owner lived in it at one time and they furnished it as they would want it. A lot of the rentals, they'll just furnish it minimal because they're not living in it. But in a particular case like this home, the quality is really high because the owners lived in it and they bought the quality furniture. So you can come in and rent this at a very reasonable price. Now, if you don't have that money to qualify, a lot of times people will then team up with somebody and they can each chip in half of the rent and half of the utilities, and that makes it much more affordable and they have a nicer place to live. But this gives you an idea of what that jump is in quality and what you can expect. Now let's take a look at, you want to get by on $1,400 a month. Here's typically what would happen. Your rent is, say, $450 a month. Your food is $350 a month. Your home supplies, $60. Utilities, $85. That's going to include internet, electricity, possibly cable, your propane gas. Now you go out to restaurants and you entertain. Restaurants, $100. Entertainment, $50. Medical, that's important to make sure that you have the proper amount of medical. Transportation, $30. Clothing, $25. Giving, you find people that need a little help. They are trying to make a living, and so you could be in a restaurant and they'll come up and ask if you could donate some money. So you're giving, say, $10 a month. Medication, $40 a month. Now miscellaneous, about $160. That seems like a lot, but I'll tell you, you can spend it, and there's a lot of little areas that your money will be need to use for. So I'm going to really go at $160 a month. So your total is $1,400 a month living expense. So now if you have an income of, say, $1,400 or $1,500 or $1,600, you definitely can manage on that amount of money. Now don't forget, make sure you watch out how much you pay for rent. Now, Mexico is a very big country, and there's a lot of places where you can live, let's say, on that minimum salary or that minimum Social Security that you have coming in. Again, let's say around $1,300 to $1,500 a month. So if you want to live in more of an expat community, such as San Miguel De Allende,
Puerto Vallarta,
Puerto Vallarta,
Mexico City, Guadalajara, then you gotta pay a little more.
yeah, and let's not forget Cancun.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And so that's where the majority of the expat lives. And so if you want to live in those parts of Mexico, it is more expensive. So now the quality of life that you want to have. Can you live here? Let's say for a couple, the average couple, it costs them around $2,000 a month to $2,500 a month. And that's living a pretty good lifestyle. So it all depends where you choose and the lifestyle that you want. The less that you have to choose a cheaper part of Mexico to live in. Now Mexico is really big and there's some great places that you can retire, and it's a lot cheaper than, let's say, the Lake Chapala area or Puerto Vallarta or Cancun, these things. You can move inland to like Guanajuato, Morelia, Zacatecas.
Well, to live in here as an expat, if you watch out your money, then your money can stretch longer. If you're looking at the rent, it's not that too much for you, 350, 450, 550, then your money is stretched longer. And then you live in a good place and very happy too.
I appreciate you, and we would like to say,
Subscribe if you didn't subscribe yet.
yeah, don't forget to subscribe and a thumbs up.
Thumb up and leave a comment.
Yeah, if you get value from this, subscribe. In fact, pass it on to your friends through your social media page. We'd appreciate that.
Thank you.